Good afternoon. What a win by the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, that's a tough fought battle, you know. Had to beat the Ravens. Hey, any win's a good win when you got to face a, divisional rival. So, now, without further ado, the man's in a good mood. I'm always in a good mood when, the Steelers win. Not to mention Notre Dame did their thing. You know what I mean? What I'm going to do today is give everyone a head start on how to do your Thanksgiving turkey. All right? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do one. You need to trust me, I have to cook another one. That's just because I get down with y'all. So, without further ado, let me show you how to make a Thanksgiving turkey that I promise you, people gonna talk about. You're not gonna have leftovers. You know what I'm saying? If you invite people to your house, you're not gonna have leftovers. It's all getting eaten because you're gonna finally actually have a turkey that is moist, flavorful. All right. Let me go ahead and show you what we're working with. 2 sticks of butter, and it also depends on the size of the bird that you have. I have a 12-pound bird that I'm gonna be preparing for you today. I have 1 large onion that's been chopped up. You don't need it small at all because you're gonna be using that in the cavity of your bird. All right. You got about 4 or 5 cloves of garlic. Actually, 5 cloves of garlic right there, minced up nice and fine. You got a lemon. You got your olive oil. Got your salt and your pepper, thyme, sage. I like a little Creole seasoning, on mine. I'm gonna show you how I work with that. Of course, you got that paprika right there. Love it. You got parsley, or some chopped up. Of course, you got this bacon. Now, with the bacon, you don't want to get like a hickory type bacon or anything. You pretty much want like a regular bacon for the most part, unless you're a person that does like a little bit of smoke in it. In this house, a little smoke, not much. All right, so don't go out there and get like the hickory whatever or whatever, unless that's something you like. Okay, so without further ado, let's get down to it. You got your 2 sticks of butter. Oh, let me go ahead before I get too far ahead of myself. You want to go ahead and preheat your oven because this is a 2-part thing. You want to go ahead and preheat your oven to 400. Yes, you're not going to cook the turkey the whole time at 400. All right? It's a 12-pound bird, so I'm letting people know ahead of time. Your cook time for a 12-pound bird is going to be about 3 hours. That's if it's not stuffed. If it's stuffed, you're going to add about another, about 20, minutes of that. Okay? It's a difference. All right. So looking at about 13 minutes per pound. And if it's not stuffed, but if it's stuffed, yeah, my oven's ready. And if it's stuffed, you're looking at about 15. All right. So let's get started. We're gonna make our butter concoction, I like to call it, to put under the skin of the bird. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. What I like to do first. Give me some of this time. All right. Tell you guys ahead of time. Looking at about 2 tablespoons. Because I like thyme. If you don't like thyme like that, don't do as much. Okay. Okay. That's going on top and inside the cavity. All right. That's why I like it. It is what it is. A little more. There you go. Bam. It's about 2 tablespoons. Trust and believe me. I get down with sage. Okay. A lot of people don't. That's up to you. But that sage in this recipe is good. This is a rubbed sage. But I don't use 2. I use like a tablespoon of this, all right? Because not everyone's a fan. But I'm cooking, so you're going to be a fan today. Paprika. I know people are like, oh, what, paprika? Yes. Trust me. Trust me. And I'm going to rock about 1.5 tablespoons of this. Okay. I don't add this yet, not as of yet, okay? We got this parsley. Already chopped up. Now, let me get this bacon out of my way. Coming back to that. Let me get my knife right here. I'm gonna take this lemon. I didn't get a big lemon because I'm not a big fan of too much. I don't want to overdo it. Okay. So I would advise you not to overdo it. You have seeds in here. Want to pick those out of your way before you get started. And what I'm going to do is just end up squeezing some of the juice into this. You want to shake my hand, boy, I might shake your whole hand off. That's like my niece's boyfriend, Chris. Can't got a grip on him, boy. I'm telling you, boy, shake your hand, boy. Might not get your hand back. Much love, though, bro. Much love. Much love. All right, there you go. Some people will zest that lemon as well and put that in. I'm not a big fan of that, so if you like that, do your thing, okay? But that's just not for me. All right. Let's get a little salt and pepper going on here. Salt is important to this dish. All right. I'll add everything in the description bar below. Trust me, it looks like more coming out than what it really is. All right. But you don't want to sit there and have a dish that doesn't, isn't properly salted. All right. It just ruins it. Get this pepper out of here. You can use your regular pepper if you want to, salt and pepper. I decided to be a little bougie today and rock with it like this. There you go. Let's go ahead and add this garlic. Looking at about 5 cloves for me, 12-pound bird. Now, for real, this stuff is tight work. You don't need much. Keep it around because you're going to need it again, okay? What you want to do now, you want to go ahead and mix this up. This is going in and on top of your bird. That's what you're looking at. That's what you want right there. All right. All right, here we go. Start the show right here. All right. What you want to do, now this part is important. You want to lift your skin. You want to be able to get your finger underneath the skin, between the skin and the meat. Okay, you don't want to break, through the skin. So you want to go ahead and do that. You're going to put some of your mixture in here, and in here, and you're going to be able to move it forward, kind of like that. All right. Let's go ahead and get some in here. It's kind of difficult if you don't, if you're not used to doing that. Put some in there. Push it up. It gets messy, trust me. Got it right there. You see it? Moving it. Use the skin to help get it off your fingers. And you're moving it forward. Trust me, it's going to cook down, but you're moving it forward. All right. Want to get some more? Let's see if I get it in there properly. Might be a two-hand thing here. Works out. All this, trust me, your bird is going to be a different situation in your Thanksgiving table this year. And there you go. Gotta push. Let's push some forward. It's all down here and everything. Trust me. Put a little more. It's a messy thing, all right? But believe me when I tell you it's worth it. All right? All right. You got that. Okay, so now let's go ahead and coat the bird. Now, people always say that the breast is the driest part. It's always dry and whatever the case is. Yeah, now we do this right here. Okay, put it on the legs. The wings. Get that nice and coated. Now I eat turkey wings, y'all. Good there. Go ahead. Oh, don't fall on me there, brother. We got you. Yeah. It's messy, you guys. It's messy. So don't think you want to come out of here unscathed, okay? But trust and believe me, well worth it. Now, if you have left, put it up in the cavity. Okay. Work that around. It's important to have it nice and coated. Now, some people, you can go from the front if you need to. I didn't choose to do it that way, but it works out. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get my hands a little cleaned up here real quick. All right. Get this bowl out the way. Get your onions. That's right, put them all up in there. Let them cook. You know, let them cook. Here you go. It's going to add to your flavor profile for your bird. You know, if you're a person that wants stuffing, don't put as much onions. You know, but I cook my stuffing on the side. All right. Now you can also put your lemon back in here. If I do it, I always put it at the end because I don't want it to be too overpowering. You know, so in this case, I will put, you know, the lemon that I squeezed. It's not a big lemon, so there you go. I want all that in there. All right, guys, remember my oven is already on, but before I put it in, there's one little thing you might want to do. This oil will help your bird not burn. Trust me. Just a little bit. Coat it. There you go. Let's go ahead and get that in. Remember, the oven is at 400 degrees. You're going to put that in for about, 10 to 15 minutes. You want to go ahead and get a little bit of a browning going on your bird before we go to this next part. Be right back. All right, it's been about 15 minutes. The whole house smells good. Holy crap. There you go. There you go. All right, all right. Go ahead and turn this around a little. Oh my God. Whole house smells great. Smells like the holidays. Smell like the holidays. So now, what we're going to do, we're going to get your bacon. Just kind of put it across. There you go. You know, how much you want to put on there is totally up to you. This is going to add flavor to your bird. And as well, it's going to, keep it nice and tender. Because of the oil that's in the bacon. You hear that? Hear those wings already crisping up on the ends? Don't have to be pretty. Don't have to be perfect. As long as, like I said, I'm a person like this. As long as my food tastes really, really, really good, it doesn't have to be the prettiest thing, on the table. Yeah, I think I'm gonna add one more piece. Just who doesn't like bacon, right? That's going to render down into the bird. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the bird back in the oven. Let you guys know I've already dropped the temp down to 350. It's going to go in here now at 350 for about 3 hours because, like I said, it's a 12-pound bird. It's important for people to do this when you are, making a turkey in the oven. You have to let it rest. Basically, the rule of thumb is if you cook it for 3 hours, you need to rest for 3 hours. Okay. If I cook mine for 3, I usually let mine rest for about 2. All right, but it's up to you. Your bird needs to rest. It's like with a good steak. You cook it, you let it rest for a little bit. All right. Trust me, it adds to the flavor. I'm gonna pop this back in. And there we go, people. Next time you see this bird, it's going to be something special. So I'll get back with you guys a little bit later, all right? All right, let's take a look at what we're working with. Oh my God. Ooh. Yeah, we're working with something here. Lord have mercy. Turn this around for you. Yeah. Your man is doing something here. Now, I am funny about checking temperatures. Even though the allotted time has went by, I'm still very, very funny about it. We know that poultry is supposed to be cooked till you get to an internal cook temperature of 165. That's the safe temp. So let's go ahead and probe it and see what we're working with. I always check in a couple different spots, all right? Oh, yeah. Yes. Beautiful. Now, let's go over here. Don't hit the bone. Beautiful. We are done, folks. We are done. Now, this is right now where you're gonna let your bird rest, but while my bird's resting, I got more to do. So I'm gonna move this over to the side and I'm gonna show you the next step. Now, not all of you have to do this. Also, let me make you aware of something as well. You can also marinate your bird with, your butter mixture overnight if you want to. It adds, I'm telling you, trust me. So, let me move this back a little. Get rid of my parsley. Cutting board out here for a second. Now let me start taking some of this bacon off. Be very careful. It's still hot, so it's not gonna come off all in one piece. But it's not gonna tear the skin off your bird either. Because remember, we have that oil, the olive oil, as well as the butter. And no matter how tempting it is, don't eat the bacon. We have a use for it, trust me. There we go. It is hot. For those people with tender hands, you're gonna be, complaining. But I'm kinda used to it, so it doesn't bother me as much. And remember, like I told you guys, I let your birds rest. Now, I have the bacon here. What I'm going to do is chop that up. But first, do a little basting of my bird. So bear with me, you guys. All right, here we go. I like to remove the bird and transfer it to another baking dish, you know, just to hold it while I get all that out. I like to do this over the sink to reduce the mess, potential mess that can be made. There you go. Now, we'll put the bird back. Move that out of the way a little bit. There we go. Let's get the ladle and start basting that bird. Yeah. There you go. But we're not done. We are not done. Let me go ahead and remove my extra cooking dish so I can move my bird back over because we have some more stuff to do. All right, there you go. You have this pan, you're probably saying, well, what is he going to do with that pan? Keep watching. Bacon. Go ahead and cut some of that bacon up. See how crispy that is? Yeah. It's going to come into play. Cut it nice and small. And still, you know, try to refrain from eating the bacon because it does come in handy. We're also going to have to use some of the onions from the cavity of the bird. You don't really see that, so we just go ahead and turn this on 5. We're going to remove the lemons earlier. Take out some of the onions, not all, just some. Leave some in there. Because guess what? We're making a little bit of the gravy. There you go. Now, we go ahead and hit this with olive oil. Get this cooking down a little bit. Just a little. And so for those of you who are probably like, he forgot about the Creole seasoning. Oh no, he did not. This is what I use it for. Alright, that along with a little bit of the bullion. And we are going to make ourselves a really, really tasty gravy. So let's come get the temp and we'll proceed from there. we're gonna do now, we're gonna mix everything up. We're gonna go ahead and get this gravy really popping. What I like to do is add my bacon at this point. You don't have to. I mean, if you want to omit bacon from your recipe, if you're a person who don't like pork or whatever the case is, you know, well, so be it. But it makes a really nice gravy. I promise you. People are like, what is he doing? Keep watching. Chicken bouillon. Give myself 2 teaspoons of that. Let's get ready to add this Cajun seasoning. Not an awful lot. That's literally 1 teaspoon of the Cajun. I mean, feel free to add more if you want, according to what you like. But I found that that's more than enough for my purposes. And with that, we are going to get a 1/3 cup flour. Want to mix that all around. Add that. Now let's keep it moving around until it thickens up. Then you're going to add some water. You want to cook that flour. You want to cook that flour taste out of this. Okay? And if you need to add more, feel free. Go ahead and get that water ready. This is something I put on the side. Some people don't like the Cajun, so I don't put it on the bird as I'm preparing it. But this gravy, hey, we will make it do what it do. I'm going to add a little more. Just a tad. There you are. Go ahead and let that bird rest. Remember that. Cook time 3 hours. You're supposed to let it rest 3 hours, but for me it's like 2. Guys, see how it's cooking down? All your flavors, you know, are in here. And some of you probably thinking, why didn't he just use the, you know, some of the drippings from the turkey? I just don't, you know. Feel free to do that. I like the taste of the olive oil, you know, with it, how it goes. To me, it's more subtle. I don't want turkey overload, I guess you could say. You know, turkey, no, I'm good. But I have done it, and kind of like, that's a lot of turkey. A lot of turkey flavor going on here. There you go. Getting ready with that finish cooking down, and getting ready to add your liquid. Some people add chicken broth, you know, just, you know, and that and so forth. Hey, I do what I do. keep an eye on your flame because you don't want anything to burn. Got it thickening up? Yes. That's what you want. That was 2 cups of water. Now you can add a bigger pan if you want to. It's up to you. And for those who are wondering, they're like, man, I have chunks of bacon and all kind of stuff. Actually, no. Because I'm going to put that through a strainer. You're going to have all the flavor from the bacon and the onions, but you're not going to have, you know, the big pieces. Keep an eye on this. You want to keep working with it. This is truly a labor of love. For real. Love my household. Keep stirring. And with a turkey gravy, you don't want it too dark. So just keep that in mind. That the longer you know, keep this on the fire and the longer you stir it, the darker it will become. Okay? Probably add a little more water. It's a little too thick for me. It's according to how you like your gravy. You know, you don't have to thin it out if you don't want to. It's up to you. Take a quick little taste of that. My God. Ooh. That's something special right there, yo. And some people tell you that and be like, oh, that's something special, that's good. Nasty as I don't know. But nah, for me, if it doesn't taste good, I'm gonna let you know. You know, everything I do is, you know, practice. You know, I've messed up quite often, you know, making meals. And I hate doing that. I hate burning food. I hate wasting food. At the end of the day, it's wasting money. So you try to perfect your craft. You know, you get good at it. You learn what works for you. You know. And for all you people that looking at that sweet potato pie recipe and hit me up with comments and so forth, hey, I appreciate you. You know. Keep doing it. And like people that have reached out, even today and everything, I appreciate your questions. Yeah, I'll answer them. You know, make sure you people subscribe. I appreciate that too. So now I'm gonna turn that off because I'm where I want to be. Dang, he really stirs that pot. Yeah, I do not want it to burn. There you go. All right, here we go. We are about to strain this. I usually do this over the sink, but not today. Your man is good. Your man is good. All right. So what we're gonna do now is take your spoon and press this through and get all that gravy out of there. I don't have a gravy boat. Might have to invest in one. Make it look, you know, professional. But there you go. Tell me, that doesn't look appetizing. We're working with something here. We are definitely working with something. Now, I don't drizzle mine, like I said, across the turkey or anything like that. I let people add whatever they want to add. They can dip it, you know, do whatever they want to do. It's their choice. I like to make those kind of choices for people. But anyway, I really hope I mean, look at that thing. I mean, seriously, look at that thing. That thing's pretty, you know. You have your gravy sitting right here. What more can you ask for? The gravy is gorgeous. I mean, and again, feel free to use your drippings instead of the olive oil when you're making gravy. I mean, if you want more of a turkey type taste, then do it. To me, it's just like overkill. But that's just my palate. Everyone has their own taste. So I hope that you guys look at this recipe and consider it for your Thanksgiving this year. Again, make sure you remember your turkey has to sit. After it comes out of the oven, if it bakes for 2 or 3 hours, it should sit, for the same amount of time. Okay? Just remember that. Your meat needs to rest, regardless if it's turkey or steak, whatever. Let your meat rest. You'll thank me. I promise you that. So, until next time, you guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will actually, make the recipe and have a good night.